Let us take a look at what is new in this update. The most significant new features that we will cover are filtering and custom views, e-signature enhancements, and multi-item actions. Toward the end, we will also mention some changes that may affect how you currently do things. Let us start with custom views using filters. For example, suppose I want to see all completed e-sign requests. I want to see them as a long list without having to open client folders and only see the ones from this year. Setting the filters lets me see exactly that, and I can even save that view as a menu item so I can easily access it later. Let us see how. On the Documents page, click the Filter button. Under Encrypted Messages, uncheck all boxes, since we are only interested in the e-sign items. Scroll down to the heading e-sign and select the Signed Completed checkbox. Uncheck all others. Under Folder Files, uncheck any selected boxes. Under Display Settings, turn off the switch for Group by Contact folders, because we want to see all items in a single list. And since we want only this year's items, turn on the Newer Than switch and select the date that you wish to see items newer than. I will select January 1st of this year. We can click Apply to see how it looks. If this is something we want to access again, we can save it as a preset and add to our menu options. To do that, click Filter again. The options we just selected are already there. Click Save Selection as New Preset. Enter a name for the preset, such as eSign 2024. We may choose to have this preset appear in the navigation menu on the left, and even have it be opened by default on login. Click Save. Now I can go to another page. And whenever I want to see that list again, I just have to click the eSign 2024 item in the menu on the left. If you have more such custom filters that are not used often enough to justify adding them to the main menu, you can always access them by clicking Filter and using the list of presets at the very top. Some common filters are already created for you. For example, on the dashboard page, you can click New Files to see all incoming files that you have not downloaded. Some of these could be attachments on messages, and some could be files that are directly uploaded to a folder. Similarly, when you open a folder, you have tabs for some common filters built in. For example, you could see only the actionable items, which are messages that you have not yet read, folder files that you have not downloaded, and e-sign requests that you need to sign. Composing an e-sign request is now easier and comes with several new features. Start one by clicking on Compose e-sign in the left menu. One e-sign request can now include multiple files. Not all of them need to have a box to fill or sign. You can change the order in which these files appear by dragging them to the right place. You can even apply multiple templates. For example, you may have a template for a federal return, one for the New York State return, and another for New Jersey. If a client needs to sign just the federal and New York forms, you apply the first two templates. Both files get added with their respective fields. If a client additionally needs New Jersey also, you can apply the third template. There are now more types of fields that you can add in an e-sign request. You can now request files as part of the e-sign request. For example, suppose we are sending a tax organizer. Let us add the email addresses and names of the people who need to sign. Now, click Next to start adding fields. In this example, I already started creating this form with the fields added for page 1. On page 2, we want to request the signer to submit their W-2 forms. We can use a File Request field for that. The File Request field is set by default to allow multiple files, which is fine for this example. But you could change it to allow only a single file where needed. Another new option is the Radio field. This allows the signer to select only one option out of multiple choices. Here, we have a question where I want the user to select one out of 3 options, but not all. The Radio field works great for that. Since we have 3 options, we can change the number of radios. Let us also move them to the correct location. Add any other necessary fields and click Send. In the new version, We may perform actions with multiple items at once, such as moving, downloading files, or deleting. Select the items using the checkbox next to them, and a blue bar will appear near the bottom of the screen with the available options. For example, we could move multiple messages to a subfolder. Click the small move icon. Then, create a subfolder if you haven't already. Then, select the folder you wish to move the items to. Click Move. Your items are now moved. You may also delete or download the files of multiple items at once. There are many other improvements as well. Recipients can now reply to your secure message without creating an account. When you send a secure message and the recipient uses the Access and Let Expire option, then a new reply option is available that lets them send a response back to you without creating a password or account. The new update makes it easier to navigate to your folders and messages, both on your computer and your phone. You can see a list of all your folders on the left when you have a folder in the main area, and so it's easy to go to any other folder. Click a message to open it. When you open a message, you will also see all related messages sent to or received from the same contact. You can now save drafts for messages and resume later, just like for e-sign requests. Both messages and e-sign requests can now use formatted text, such as headings, bold, italic, underline, and links. If you have saved templates, you might want to update them to take advantage of this formatting. The upload page designs have also been updated. You may want to visit your upload page to make sure that it looks good, and if needed, change the design from the settings page. Log in now to try it out. We hope that the changes are useful. Do let us know what's working for you and what is not.